All is well. In a world that can feel confusing and uncertain, it can be hard to find peace and stay positive. Each of us has the natural ability to trust in our life's path and to believe that everything is happening for our benefit. This book looks at the powerful change that comes from accepting the simple truth all is well in 15 clear lessons. We explore how to live with trust, purpose, and alignment. You will learn how to turn challenges into chances, accept change as a way to grow, and develop a strong sense of peace from understanding that everything in your life is happening just as it should. This is not about being overly hopeful or overlooking life's challenges. Instead, it's about gaining a clear understanding of how both good and tough experiences help us grow and improve our well-being. This book offers insights that can help you build strength, stay focused in tough situations, see the small ways the universe is there for you. On your path, you will discover useful ways to stay focused, appreciate what you have, and keep trust in life's journey. Even when things seem tough, with practical examples and clear advice, you'll learn how to handle life's challenges with ease and insight. This book provides guidance for anyone dealing with personal issues, looking for deeper meaning in life, or wanting to adopt a more positive mindset. It serves as a guide to help you live with more trust, and purpose. As you go through these lessons, you'll see that the phrase all is well is not just a comforting saying, it's a strong truth that can change your whole experience of life. Let's start this journey together, learning how to live with a strong belief in the natural flow of life. Lesson 1. All is well in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. The idea of all is well can seem quite contradictory. How can things be okay when we encounter challenges, setbacks, and disappointments? This strong phrase doesn't ignore life's challenges. Instead, it changes how we see things, which can change our whole experience of life. All is well is not just a comforting saying, it's a way of thinking that recognizes the natural order and balance in the universe. It acknowledges that even if things seem different, there is a basic balance in life that is always aiming for our best interest. This doesn't mean that everything will always feel good or go as we expect, but it does suggest that even tough experiences have a reason and help us grow and feel better overall. When we really accept that all is well, we start to view life's events in a new way. Rather than seeing obstacles as things that block our happiness, we begin to see them as chances to learn and grow. Changing how we think takes time, but with practice it can become our usual way of thinking. Having this mindset doesn't mean we just sit back or ignore life's challenges. Instead, it helps us deal with challenges more clearly and with a clear goal. When we believe that everything is okay, we tend to face problems with a calm and focused attitude, which usually results in better solutions. This way of looking at things can greatly affect our everyday lives. When we think everything is okay, we are less likely to get upset by small problems or even big challenges. We build resilience that helps us recover faster from disappointments. This way of thinking can help lower stress and anxiety because we stop struggling against reality and start accepting and going with the flow of life. The all is well mindset can help us build better relationships with others. When we aren't always responding out of fear or anxiety, we can connect with others in a more genuine and caring way. We become less offensive and more willing to consider different viewpoints, which can help us form deeper and more meaningful connections. To start bringing this mindset into your life, begin with small, everyday actions. Each morning, take a moment to say all as well as you say this. Really let yourself feel what those words mean. Picture a feeling of calm and confidence enveloping you when you face challenges or frustrations during the day. Remember this phrase, breathe deeply, and tell yourself everything is okay. Another useful exercise is to think about past experiences that seemed bad at first but ended up being good. A job loss might have opened the door to a better career, or the end of a relationship could have allowed for a more satisfying partnership. When we see these moments from our past, we can build trust that today's challenges might also be guiding us to something good. Writing in a journal can be a helpful way to build this mindset. Every evening, write down 3 things that went well during the day, no matter how small they are. This practice helps your mind focus on the good parts of your experiences strengthening the idea that everything is okay. Understand that adopting the all is. While mindset doesn't involve ignoring or pushing away negative feelings, feeling sad, angry, or frustrated sometimes is normal and healthy. Recognize these feelings without letting them define you completely. It's possible to notice that you're feeling a tough emotion while also remembering that at a basic level, everything is okay. As you keep practicing this mindset, you might notice that your whole way of looking at life starts to change. You may find that you feel more patient, more trusting, and more at ease with the ups and downs of life. You might find it easier to handle difficulties and feel more thankful for the positive aspects of your life. Embracing the all is well mindset is a process, not a final goal. Some days it will feel easy to embrace as truth, while other days it may feel harder. Be patient with yourself and to keep coming back to this viewpoint, especially when things get tough. As you spend time and practice, all is well can turn into more than just words. It can become a heartfelt truth that helps and supports you in your life. Emma looked out her kitchen window and saw dark clouds forming in the sky. Just yesterday, she spent hours planting her dream garden, a well thought out mix of vegetables and flowers that showed months of saving and planning. The weather forecast said a strong storm was coming, which could ruin all her hard work. When the first heavy raindrops started to fall, Emma felt a wave of sadness wash over her. She waited 3 years to have enough money and time to make this garden. The storm was not only endangering the plants, it was also putting her dreams at risk. Despite her doubts, she hurried outside to try to shield her new planted seedlings with any cover she could find. The rain got stronger and thunder rumbled above. Emma tried hard, but she could only stand by as water gathered around her beloved plants. Wet and feeling down, she went inside, trying not to cry from frustration. Why today of all days, she asked herself. That evening, while the storm was strong, Emma got a surprise call from her neighbor Rachel, who knew a lot about gardening. I noticed you out there earlier, Rachel said. I understand it feels bad right now, but strong storms can actually help new gardens grow deeper roots. The plants that make it will be tougher. Emma had her doubts, but she paid attention as Rachel talked about her gardening challenges that turned out to have surprising advantages. Sometimes what seems like destruction is really just getting ready for something better. Rachel explained. The best garden I had grew after a storm like this one. The following morning, Emma prepared herself before going outside. She was surprised to see that while some seedlings had been washed away, others remained standing strong. The storm had shown something surprising: mushrooms growing in a few places, suggesting there was good soil she didn't realize was present. Rachel showed up at the fence with a knowing smile. Those mushrooms have a message for you, Rachel said. Your soil is great for growing. The storm just revealed the location the rain created natural paths for irrigation that you can use in the coming weeks. Emma adjusted her garden plan, taking advantage of the natural shapes made by the storm. She replanted using what she learned about the potential of her soil. By midsummer, her garden was doing better than she ever thought it could. The plants that made it through the storm grew very strong, and the mushrooms helped improve her soil naturally. Later that season, a local gardening group visited neighborhood gardens and were especially impressed with Emma's. One visitor said the layout fits the land so well. Emma saw Rachel and smiled, thinking about the storm that had felt so terrible that evening. Sitting in her thriving garden, Emma thought about how her earlier sadness had turned into something even better than she had originally planned. The storm, which she thought was a disaster, actually helped her create a stronger and more beautiful garden. Everything is okay, she murmured to herself, finally grasping the true meaning behind those words. After that day, whenever Emma encountered difficulties in her life, she thought of her garden. The experience showed her that even when things seemed to be going wrong, they could actually be coming together in a better way. Sometimes what seems like destruction is actually the universe's way of making space for something better to come along. Lesson 2. Everything is going well for me in life. It's common to get caught up in everyday problems and difficulties. We often wonder why things happen the way they do, especially when they go against what we want or expect. Believing that everything is working out for our best can change how we see and live our lives. To understand this idea, we need to clarify what we mean by highest good. It's not just about getting quick happiness or instant satisfaction. Our highest good includes our well-being. Personal growth and achieving our life's purpose, it's the way that helps us grow into our best selves, even if the journey has some bumps and surprises along the way. Seeing the overall context in life's events is important for embracing this way of thinking. Sometimes what seems like a setback or disappointment can actually open up new opportunities or teach us important lessons. Think about the story of Steve Jobs, who was famously let go from Apple, the company he started at that moment. It felt like a huge setback. Jobs later said that getting fired was the best thing that could have ever happened to him. It helped him start a creative phase that resulted in the creation of Pixar and eventually his successful return to Apple, where he guided the company to great achievements. This example shows how things that look bad at first can actually lead to better successes and personal development. It can be hard to notice right away, but believing that everything is going well for us can help us feel better and stay motivated when things get tough. Looking at things this way doesn't mean you just go along with everything that happens without doing anything. It means looking for the positive in every situation and being open to surprises. It's about believing that even if we can't see how something helps us right now, there's a bigger plan in action. We can begin to develop this mindset by changing how we think about difficult situations. Rather than asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" or "How might this lead to something better changing?" Our perspective like this can help us see new possibilities we might miss otherwise. Being thankful is a strong way to support the idea that everything is going well for us when we often recognize the good things in our lives, including what we learn from tough times. We help our minds focus on the positives and the positives and the possibilities for even more good in the future. It's useful to think about past experiences where events that seem bad and end up having good results. Many of us can remember tough times that were hard to deal with, but eventually helped us grow, open new doors, or taught us important lessons. Thinking about these moments can help us trust the journey of life when we face difficulties. Now, meditation and mindfulness practices can be very helpful in developing this viewpoint. When we calm our thoughts and connect with ourselves, we can build a stronger trust in how our lives unfold. These practices can assist us in stepping back from quick reactions to events and looking at our experiences in a wider, more balanced way. It's good to believe that everything is happening for our benefit, but we should remember that this doesn't mean life will always be simple or without challenges. Challenges and difficulties often lead to our biggest growth and change. See these challenges as having a reason in our journey, even if we don't understand that reason right away. This way of thinking can greatly affect how we feel and our ability to bounce back. When we believe that everything is going well for us, we are less likely to be thrown off by challenges or to worry about what's ahead. We can tackle challenges with more courage and hope, understanding that they are part of a bigger journey of growth and change. Choosing to believe that everything is working out for our best is something we decide to do in each moment. It's a viewpoint that needs some effort and practice, but it can change how we experience life. When we accept this idea, we allow ourselves to see many opportunities and go with the flow of life, having faith in the journey. Even if we can't see the end point, this trust helps us live with more peace, purpose, and joy as we understand that every experience is for our benefit. Lesson 3. Only good will come from this situation. Life often gives us challenges that can seem really tough at the time. We've all had moments when it feels like everything is falling apart, and it's hard to imagine any good coming from our situation. In these moments, we can see a simple truth: good things will come from this situation. This idea may appear too hopeful or even a bit simple at first. Look, how can we really think that something good can come from situations that bring us pain, stress, or heartache? We can find success by changing how we look at things and seeing the chances that come with every problem. Changing the way we view negative situations is a skill that can be learned through practice. It means actively deciding to see our situation in a new way rather than just looking at the challenges we have. We can learn to find possible advantages or lessons. This doesn't mean we should ignore or downplay our pain. Instead, it's about recognizing our feelings while being open to the chance of good things happening. Think about Losing a job this situation might look bad at first. It can cause money worries, hurt our confidence, and interrupt our daily life if we tackle this challenge with the idea that only positive outcomes can arise. We allow ourselves to explore many new opportunities. This job loss might help us find a new career that better matches our interests. It might give us the motivation we need to start our own business or continue our education. It could also open up new networking chances that may lead to a better job in the future. To find opportunities and challenges, stay curious and open-minded rather than quickly calling a situation bad or unfair. We can consider questions such as, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me improve? What new opportunities could this create for me? When we face our challenges with curiosity instead of fear or resentment, we open up opportunities for new solutions and positive results. It's true that staying positive during tough times can be challenging. It's common for us to focus on the worst possible outcomes and think about the negative parts of our situation. We can use techniques to help us focus on the positive outcomes that can arise from our challenges. Lesson 4. I feel secure knowing that everything is happening for my good in life. Every thread has a role coming together to form a unique masterpiece that belongs to us as we go through the highs and lows of our journey. It's common to feel overwhelmed by uncertainty and doubt. There is a deep sense of calm and strength in believing that everything is happening for our good. Grasping divine timing is important. For this viewpoint, sometimes we feel restless and want quick results or answers. It can be frustrating when things don't happen as we want them to. When we look back at our past experiences, we often see that things happened at just the right time, even if we didn't realize it. Then divine timing means that there is a greater plan in the universe, one that works beyond what we can see. Events in our lives happen when we are genuinely prepared for them rather than when we believe we are ready. This idea encourages us to let go of control and have faith in the natural course of life. Building patience and trust is important in this process. It's about building a strong belief that life is on our side, even when things seem tough or confusing. This doesn't mean just sitting around waiting for good things to come. Instead, it's about being involved in life while keeping a strong belief that positive things will happen. One way to build this trust is by thinking about past experiences where things turned out well, even when there were doubts or challenges at first. These memories show that life often works out for us, sometimes in ways we didn't expect. Meditation helps create inner peace and strengthens the idea that everything is happening for our good. By practicing regularly, we can calm our anxious thoughts and connect with a deeper understanding. A meditation technique is easy to follow. Sit quietly, pay attention to your breathing, and say a phrase like I am safe or all is well. This practice helps keep us grounded in the present and reassures us of our safety in life. Lesson 5. Every challenge helps me grow and move towards my best self. Life is a path with highs and lows and unexpected changes. Sometimes it can seem like we have a huge mountain of challenge in front of us. However, remember that these obstacles are not barriers, but rather steps that can guide us to something better. Every challenge we face is a chance to grow, learn, and develop ourselves. When we change how we look at challenges and see them as opportunities, we can find the good things that are hidden in every tough situation. These challenges aren't just random obstacles that slow us down. They are experiences meant to help us grow into better versions of ourselves. Every challenge we face makes us stronger, helps us grow, and teaches us more about ourselves and the world. Think about how precious gems our mind, the most valuable diamonds, aren't just sitting on top of the ground. They're buried deep in the earth, needing a lot of hard work and determination to find. Our biggest potential is often hidden under challenges and difficulties. By facing and getting past these challenges, we find out our real strength and talent. One important part of seeing challenges as opportunities is understanding the lessons that come with each problem. Every challenge teaches us something important, a lesson that can help us move ahead on our path. When we face challenges with curiosity and an open mind, we can learn from them and bring those lessons into our lives. Learning and growing all the time helps us move toward our best selves, what is best for Us might not always match what we want right now, sometimes what we think of as. A setback or failure is really guiding us to a path that better matches our true purpose. Believe that there is a bigger plan for you even if you can't see it from where you are right now too. Really see challenges as opportunities. We need to develop patience and keep going. Rome took time to build, and so does reaching our best self. Every challenge we encounter is an important step in our journey, helping us grow and develop in ways we might not see right away. When we believe in the process and trust that every step brings us closer to our goal, we can handle challenges more smoothly and gracefully. Helpful strategies can keep us looking on the bright side when we encounter difficulties. A good way to improve is to think back on challenges you've successfully faced before. When you think about your past successes, you strengthen your confidence in handling current and future challenges. Write down your wins, no matter how big or small, and look back at them when you're feeling stressed or down. One effective method is to be thankful for the difficulties you face in life. It might seem strange to be thankful for tough times, but being grateful for these experiences can change your mindset and help you see the chances for growth they offer. Every evening, write down 3 challenges you encountered during the day and note one positive thing or lesson from each one. Lesson 6. The universe works for me even when I don't notice it. Life has a simple truth that can change how we see things and improve our experiences. The universe is always working for us even if we can't see it right away. This idea, known as synchronicity, implies that events that appear unrelated are actually linked and meaningful coincidences that help us move towards our best outcomes. This idea may seem unlikely or too hopeful at first. We have all faced setbacks, disappointments, and challenges that make it hard to believe in a kind universe. When we consider that everything happens for a reason, we start to see small signs and guidance that we didn't notice before. Think about the last time you faced an unexpected challenge. You might have missed a key meeting because of traffic, lost a job, chance, or dealt with a personal issue during intense situations. These events can seem annoying and discouraging. What if we looked at them not as obstacles, but as detours that guide us to something even better? The universe often talks to us through these random events. Missing an opportunity could open the door to a better one later on. Meeting a stranger might give you helpful ideas or lead to new opportunities or lead to new opportunities. A painful experience can help you grow and learn more about yourself. To fully understand this idea, we need to develop awareness and mindfulness in our everyday activities. This means focusing on the little details, the gentle hints, and the patterns that come up in our experiences. It's about paying attention to our gut feelings and believing in that quiet voice inside us that offers direction even when it doesn't match our rational thoughts. A great way to spot these common conspiracies is by keeping a journal. When we regularly write down our experiences, thoughts, and feelings, we can begin to see patterns and connections that we might miss otherwise. You might notice that a friend's book suggestion directly helps with the problem you're dealing with, or that casual chat gave you the precise details you needed to progress on a project. As we notice these coincidences more, we start to look at life with curiosity and wonder rather than pushing back against challenges or feeling sorry for ourselves. We can think, what can I learn from this situation, or how is this event helping me move towards what's best for me? This changes viewpoint. Doesn't mean we should just sit back or wait for the universe to bring us what we want. It motivates us to take action based on inspiration while staying open to new chances and changes. In direction, it's about working together with the universe, matching our goals and actions with the natural rhythm of life. Accepting this belief also means letting go and having faith. We need to be open to releasing our desire for control and our fixation on certain results. This can be tough, especially when dealing with uncertainty or difficult situations. When we learn to trust that the universe is kind, we often discover that solutions and chances come to us in unexpected ways. Understand that seeing the universe's support for us doesn't mean we should overlook or ignore the real problems and injustices that exist in the world. It helps us tackle these issues with purpose and hope, trusting that our attempts to make a positive difference are backed by a greater cosmic order. When we develop this way of thinking, we might notice more lucky. Coincidences like meeting the right people at the right moment or finding exactly what we need just when we need it. These experiences strengthen our belief in the universe and lead to a cycle of positivity, bringing more synchronicities into our lives. The universe's support for us isn't always big or exciting. They can be as straightforward as finding a parking spot when we're in a hurry, getting an unexpected compliment when we're feeling low, or stumbling upon a useful article right when we need that information. When we notice and value these small miracles, we learn to see the bigger ways we are supported and guided in our lives, believing that the universe works for us even when it's not obvious means having a mindset of trust, thankfulness, and willingness to accept what comes our way. It's about understanding that we are part of a bigger picture and that every experience, whether we see it as good or bad, can help us move towards what is best for us. When we accept this truth, we allow ourselves to experience a life full of wonder, purpose, and harmony with the universe. Lesson 7: challenges are opportunities for recovery that help me achieve my greatest goals. Life is a path with highs and lows, changes and surprises along the way. It can be disheartening when we run into obstacles or deal with challenges that feel too big to handle. What if we could change how we view setbacks and see them as chances for growth and change instead of obstacles? This chapter looks at the idea that setbacks can lead to comebacks that help us fulfill our true purpose. When we face a setback, it's normal to feel let down, upset, or even beaten. Sometimes we might wonder about what we can do, feel uncertain about our direction, or forget what we want to achieve. What if we saw these moments as important steps in our journey to our best selves, like a caterpillar that has to stay in a cocoon before becoming a beautiful butterfly? We also have to go through tough times before we can achieve our best selves. Think about Thomas Edison, who made many tries before he finally invented the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's view shows us that setbacks are not failures, but chances to learn, grow, and succeed in ways we might not have thought of at first. To turn setbacks into comebacks, we need to build resilience and keep a positive attitude. Resilience means facing challenges head-on and not ignoring them. It's about building the mental and emotional strength to recover from tough times. When we face setbacks with strength, we can learn important lessons and find chances to grow. A strong method to develop resilience is by changing your perspective. Rather than focusing on what went wrong, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this experience? How can this setback help me grow stronger or wiser? By changing our focus from the negative parts of a situation to the possibilities for growth and improvement, we give ourselves the chance to move forward with fresh energy and purpose. Another key part of turning setbacks into comebacks is believing in our own abilities and trusting the universe's plan for us. When we believe that everything is going well for us, even when things seem tough, we allow ourselves to find new chances and answers. This faith doesn't mean we just wait for things to get better. Instead, it gives us the courage and motivation to take action, knowing our efforts are part of something bigger. Comebacks can take us to unexpected places. A setback in one part of our life can lead us to a path that is more satisfying and closer to our true purpose. Many successful entrepreneurs have stories of early failures or setbacks that help them find their true calling or come up with innovative ideas that transform their industries. Thomas spent 15 years as a high school music teacher. He was known for his engaging lessons and had a talent for inspiring even the most hesitant students to enjoy music. His choir performances were well known in the community, and his teaching methods had received many awards. However, everything changed when he had a serious case of vocal cord nodules that required him to stop using his voice completely. At least 6 months, the specialist said, her words striking him hard. No talking, no whispering, no humming. Rest your voice completely. For a man dedicated to teaching music, whose voice was his main instrument, this seemed more than just a medical diagnosis. It felt like a conclusion. The first few weeks were really tough. Thomas used written notes and text messages to communicate, feeling powerless as a substitute teacher took over his favorite classes. His throat was sore, but his heart ached even more. How can he be a music teacher if he doesn't have his voice? The principal saw his commitment and offered him a temporary administrative position, but Thomas couldn't picture being at the school without teaching music one afternoon while tidying up his home office. Thomas discovered an old keyboard collecting dust in a corner. He bought it years ago, planning to learn piano well, but never having the time to do so. With plenty of quiet time ahead, he sat down and started to play. His technique needed work, but he had a solid understanding of music, and gradually he started to get better. As the weeks went by, Thomas found something surprising. His enforced quiet was helping him learn to listen differently. Without his voice, he started looking for new ways to understand and make music. He tried out digital composition software, made visual music theory diagrams, and gained a new appreciation for instrumental expression. After 3 months of not using his voice, Thomas came up with an idea. He sent an email to the principal suggesting that he come back to teaching, not as a substitute, but as someone who brings new ideas. He taught music without talking, using the piano technology and visual tools. The principal, curious about the different method, allowed him to give it a shot. His first day back was really scary. Being in front of his students and unable to speak felt like balancing on a tight RPP with no safety net, but Thomas had planned carefully. He started with easy piano tunes, allowing the music to express his feelings. He used gestures, facial expressions, and well-prepared digital slides. He was surprised to see his students paying more attention than before, closely watching for every nonverbal cue. Something special started to take place in his classroom. Students who had a hard time with regular vocal lessons began to thrive with this new method. Visual learners engaged with his diagrams and animation. Students who learned by doing liked his teaching style that used gestures. His choir, which he now led without speaking, gained a stronger understanding of music. When Thomas got his voice back, he had changed his teaching methods completely. His enforced quiet made him create a complete nonverbal music teaching system that connected with students in ways his old methods couldn't. Other teachers started asking him to share his methods, and he ended up leading workshops on inclusive music education. 5 years later, Thomas was on a national stage receiving an award for his work in music education. His voice was strong again, but he decided to start his acceptance speech with a moment of silence and a soft piano tune. He told the audience, "Sometimes our biggest challenges can turn into our best chances for growth." What I believed was the end of my teaching career turned out to be the start of a new chapter. Whenever Thomas meets teachers who have their own challenges, he tells them his story. Find the blessing in the challenge. He says to them, every challenge holds the potential for new opportunities. We just need to listen closely to recognize them. He learned that challenges are not obstacles to success. They are opportunities to be creative, improve, and find new ways to move ahead. The 6 months he believed would end his career actually changed it for the better, helping him create methods that would benefit many students and teachers. His time of silence showed him that sometimes the biggest challenges in life can lead to amazing recoveries. Lesson 8. I believe in the journey of life. Understanding it brings me the best outcomes. Believing in the journey of life is a powerful and changing practice that can guide us to our best outcomes. It's about going with the flow of life and recognizing that there is a deeper understanding at play beyond what we can see. This trust isn't just about accepting everything that happens, but involves actively engaging with life with faith and an open mind. By trusting the process of life, we let go of the need to control everything in our journey. Life is made up of many experiences, both good and bad, and each one adds to the beauty of our lives. This trust helps us handle uncertainties calmly and strongly, knowing that even during tough times we are being led to what is best for us. Building this trust takes time and practice. It starts with looking at the patterns in our lives and seeing how past challenges have often brought about unexpected growth or new chances. We begin to realize that what we thought were obstacles were really steps towards something greater. This past experience helps us trust that life is fundamentally good. When we build trust, we become better at paying attention to our instincts. When we trust in life's process, our inner guidance system, which is often overshadowed by our fears and doubts, becomes clearer. We start to notice the small hints, the coincidences, and the instincts that are leading us to what is best for us, listening to these inner feelings even when they seem illogical often brings us to experiences and chances that fit well with our best path. Believing in how life unfolds means accepting that not everything is certain. In today's world, we often look for certainty and security, but real growth and change usually happen in the unknown. When we have faith into the process, we can face uncertainty bravely. Understanding that it can lead to our biggest growth, we are more open to taking risks, trying new things, and stepping out of our comfort zones, knowing that these steps are important for our growth. This trust doesn't mean we just sit back and watch our lives happen. It helps us to take motivated steps when we have faith in the process. We make choices based on harmony instead of fear or urgency. We choose based on what feels right in our hearts, not what our worried minds tell us. This often results in decisions that benefit both ourselves and the people around us. Trusting the process of life helps you develop patience. We learn to let go of the need for quick results or ongoing improvement. Sometimes it may seem like nothing is happening, but those moments can actually be times when we are growing and getting ready for what comes next in our journey. This patience helps us to enjoy and learn from each moment instead of constantly hurrying to the next goal. As we build our trust, we also feel more thankful for all of life's experiences. Challenges and difficulties can be seen as gifts. They provide us with chances to grow, become more resilient, and better understand ourselves and the world around us. This thankfulness strengthens our trust, building a good cycle of belief and appreciation. Believing in life's journey means releasing our hold on particular results. We have goals and desires, but we stay open to the idea that life might have even better plans for us than we can think of. This separation helps us avoid disappointment and makes us ready for unexpected blessings and chances. Believing in the journey of life means going with the natural flow of things. It's about understanding that we belong to something bigger than ourselves, and that this larger whole naturally helps us grow and thrive. As we build this trust, we navigate life with greater ease, joy, and peace, understanding that each experience is guiding us toward our best outcome. This trust serves as a strong base that helps us deal with life's difficulties and enjoy its happy moments. It helps us enjoy the present more without worrying too much about the future or feeling regret about the past. We work together with life, moving in harmony with its flow instead of resisting it. In this dance, we discover our way to what is best for us, unfolding in a natural and lovely manner, beyond what we could have planned or envisioned. Lesson 9. I embrace all experiences, understanding that they help me grow. Life is made up of different experiences mixed with moments of happiness, sadness, success, and difficulties. Every thread, regardless of its color, adds to the beauty and depth of our journey. When we adopt this view and see all experiences as helpful for our growth, we open up a deep source of knowledge and personal improvement. We often feel attracted to good experiences, looking forward to times of joy, achievement, and ease. These experiences are very important, adding brightness and energy to our lives. They help us feel more confident, support our beliefs, and give us the energy to chase our dreams. If we only focus on the good experience, expenses we miss out on important lessons in life. Bad experiences, even if we don't like them, are important for our personal growth. These tough times, whether they are failures, disappointments, or difficulties, can lead to important changes and personal growth. They encourage us to step outside what we know, making us face our limits, fears, and weaknesses. By doing this, they offer great chances for learning and change. Think about what it feels like to fail, even though it can hurt at the time. Failing usually teaches us more than winning does. It shows us where we can get better, questions what we think, and helps us build strength. When we see failure as a teacher instead of something to fear, we allow ourselves to grow in amazing ways. In the same way, tough relationships or conflicts, while emotionally challenging, can be important for personal growth. They help us learn patience, empathy, and how to communicate well. They encourage us to look at situations in new ways and to connect with people who might have different thoughts or actions than our own. By facing these tough interactions, we grow to be kinder, more understanding, and emotionally smarter people experiences of loss or grief, no matter how painful, play an important role in our growth. They help us appreciate life more, make our connections with loved ones stronger, and often cause us to rethink what is important to us. Even though we wouldn't want to go through tough times, accepting them as part of life can help us discover meaning and grow as people. Even when it hurts, contrast is important for our personal growth. Just like we need darkness to see light, we need tough experiences to really appreciate and understand the good ones. Our different experiences add depth to our lives, helping us feel a wide range of emotions and gain valuable insights. Accepting all experiences doesn't mean we need to like every moment or feel happy right away in tough situations. It's about keeping an open and curious mind, always wondering, what can I learn from this? Even in tough times, we can trust that there are opportunities for growth just waiting to be developed. Being thankful for all life experiences, whether good or bad, can be a helpful tool in this process. When we recognize the importance of each experience, we help our minds to find opportunities for growth in every situation. This doesn't mean you have to be grateful for painful experiences, but it is about recognizing the chances for growth that they offer. Writing in a journal can help you understand and learn from different experiences. When we take time to think about our daily lives, noticing the good moments and the tough ones, we can see patterns, learn important lessons, and recognize how much we've grown. Lily was a violin talent from a young age, known for her excellent skills and perfect performances. She played each note exactly as it was written, and every performance was carefully managed. Her career took off as she gained recognition for her technical skills, but there was something lacking, a depth that she couldn't fully understand. After a really great concert, an old maestro came up to her backstage. "Her playing is great," he said, his eyes kind but curious. "But where is your story? Where is your story? Where are the sounds of your challenges, the reflections of your happiness?" Lily was confused. "Isn't perfection what everyone desires?" The following morning, trouble began. Lily fell on stage during rehearsal and hurt her wrist. The doctor said it plainly. No playing for 3 months for someone who had identified herself with music since she was for the silence felt like being in exile. Initially, Lily struggled with her situation, attempting to speed up her healing process. As she was made to be still, she started to notice the world in a new way. She heard the cheerful sounds of birds chatting outside her window, the steady patter of rain on the roof, and the simple joys in daily life that she had overlooked while focusing on perfecting her performances. Since she couldn't play, she began going to concerts to enjoy the music instead of performing. She found feelings in the music that she had never let herself experience, free from the need to analyze and compare. She noticed beauty in the small flaws of live performances, the barely noticeable breaks in sound, the little changes in tempo that made each performance feel uniquely human. Lily started volunteering at a children's music program. While she was recovering, the young students played freely, hitting some wrong notes but enjoying themselves. A young boy played "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star," not in tune, but his excitement was so genuine that it made her cry. "That was beautiful," he said after finishing, and Lily knew he was completely right. When she came back to her violin, things felt different. In her first practice session, she noticed she was playing in a different way rather than aiming for perfection. She let her experiences from the past 3 months shape her music, the patience gained during recovery, the joy in children's imperfect tunes, and the calm found in silence. Her first concert after recovery was a significant moment. She picked a difficult piece not because it was hard to play, but because it had a lot of feelings. While she played, she tried something new. She closed her eyes and allowed herself to feel each note. When her bow shook a little during a gentle part, she didn't get tense like she used to. Instead, she allowed that tremor to blend into the music, a hint of vulnerability that made the next wave of strength even stronger. A young student came up to her after the concert. "I made a mistake in my recital yesterday," the girl said, "and I felt really bad hearing that little shake in your playing tonight, and how you made it sound so beautiful made me realize that music isn't about being perfect, it's about being genuine." Lily's connection with music changed. She started trying out different ways to interpret music, using her happy and sad experiences to shape Her playing, she continued to practice, regularly focusing on being present just as much as on achieving perfection. Her performances were recognized not only for their skill, but also for their genuine emotion and depth. Years later, Lily received an invitation to teach a masterclass at a well-known conservatory. As she looked at the excited faces of the students, she recognized her younger self, skilled, dedicated, and focused on getting everything just right. She picked up her violin and played a basic scale, first perfectly, then again with slight changes. That showed her years of experience. Music, just like life, is not about skipping the imperfect moments. She said to them, it's about accepting every experience, the easy times and the tough ones, the big moments and the small ones, the well-rehearsed parts and the surprises. Every moment, whether it's perfect or has its mistakes, adds to the full picture of who he or she started. Using this idea in her teaching, listen to the story each note wants to tell. She would say some notes talk about being confident while others express doubt. Some parts are filled with happiness while others hint at sadness. Every experience and every emotion should be expressed in music. Lily would smile and tell the story of her injury. When people asked about the change in her playing, that break in my career wasn't a stop in my music, she would explain, it was a crucial part of its development. I discovered that our challenges, setbacks, and imperfections are not barriers to greatness. They're what make our music and our lives meaningful. Her concerts turned into joyful events that celebrated not only music, but also all aspects of human life. During each performance, audience has experienced not just the notes written down, but also the story of a musician who learned to accept every aspect of her journey, the successes and the challenges, the flawless performances and the lovely imperfections. Lesson 10. Each moment is a special gift carefully made for my overall well-being. Every moment we live is an important part carefully connected to form the beautiful picture of our lives. Each breath, each interaction, each challenge, and each success is a gift made to help us achieve our overall well-being. When we fully accept this viewpoint, we open ourselves to a deep feeling of thankfulness and calm that can change our whole life experience. Being in the present moment is essential for discovering these gifts. Many times we focus too much on what has happened before or worry about what is to come, overlooking the beauty and possibilities of the present moment. Every moment gives us a chance to grow, learn, and find joy, but we need to be here to notice it. When we practice mindfulness and awareness, we start to see the value in every experience, even the ones that seem ordinary. Think about the easy act of enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning. When we hurry through this ritual focused on our tasks or looking at our phones, we lose a chance for a moment of happiness. When we take our time and really focus on the experience, enjoying the smell, feeling the warmth of the mug, tasting the rich flavors, we change a regular task into a special moment of enjoyment. We can bring this kind of awareness and gratitude into all parts of our lives, whether it's during our daily travel or when we spend time with family and friends in tough times, or when things get hard. There is always something valuable to find. It might be a way to learn patience, a moment to show kindness, or a chance to build strength. When we face tough times with curiosity and openness instead of resistance, we can gain the wisdom they provide. This change in how we see things doesn't mean we like suffering, but that we understand it can help us grow and change. Noticing the little things in life is a great way to see the value in each moment. The warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a child, and the kindness of a stranger may seem small, but they are the essential parts of a happy and meaningful life. When we learn to see and value the little moments of beauty and connection, we build a feeling of wonder and thankfulness that improves our overall happiness. Mindfulness techniques can be very useful for building awareness and appreciation in each moment. Easy activities such as deep breathing, body scans, or mindful walking can help us stay in the present and appreciate the gifts of each moment. Setting reminders during the day to stop and take a few deep breaths can help us step out of our routine and connect with the present moment. As we focus more on being present and feeling thankful, we might start to see coincidences and surprising events happening in our everyday lives. These lucky moments remind us that the Universe is helping us creating experiences for our benefit. When we stay open and pay attention, we can get the help and guidance that is always there for us, appreciating each moment as a gift. Doesn't require us to be happy all the time. Life comes with a wide range of emotions, and each one is important and serves a purpose. The value is in truly feeling and learning from every emotion, instead of judging or avoiding uncomfortable feelings. When we see every moment as a gift, we naturally come closer to what is best for us. We get better at noticing our intuition, become more receptive to chances for growth and connection, and grow stronger when facing challenges. This alignment helps us move more smoothly with life's flow, trusting that every experience is guiding us toward our overall well-being. Living with this awareness takes time and steady effort. It's normal for our thoughts to drift or for us to revert to familiar habits of worrying or getting distracted. Kindly bring our focus back to the present. Whenever we realize we've lost it, every time we do this, we build our ability to be present and to appreciate. When we see each moment as a special gift for our well-being, we allow ourselves to experience more joy, peace, and fulfillment in life. We take an active role in our growth and happiness instead of just watching life unfold around us. When we feel grateful, we can confidently say that all is well, understanding that everything, every moment and every experience is helping us in the best way possible. Lesson 11. I let go of words. Believing that everything is happening as it should. Worry is a normal reaction to not knowing what will happen, but it can also be one of the least helpful things we do. When we worry, we use valuable mental and emotional energy thinking about bad outcomes that usually don't happen. Worry can hold us back with fear instead of helping us get ready for possible challenges, stopping us from taking positive steps forward to overcome worry. We need to have trust in ourselves and how life unfolds, and in the goodness that exists in the universe. Building trust allows us to see many possibilities and opportunities that worry can hide from us. We start to notice that everything is happening as it should, even if we don't always get why. Letting go of worry doesn't mean we stop being active or take things lightly. Instead, it allows us to use our mental and emotional energy on things we can control and take positive steps where possible. When we believe that everything is happening as it should, we become more aware and better at handling life's challenges with grace and wisdom. A great way to let go of worry is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness means focusing on the present moment and noticing our thoughts and feelings without judging them. If we find ourselves worrying, we can calmly shift our focus to our breathing, how our body feels, or what's around us right now. This practice shows us that worrying is simply a habit of the mind, not a true picture of what is real. One effective way to let go of worry is to practice gratitude. Focusing on what we appreciate helps us change our view from potential problems to the good things we already have in our lives. This doesn't mean ignoring or pushing away negative feelings, but instead finding a balance by recognizing and valuing the positive aspects of life that we often overlook. Affirmations can help reduce worry and build trust. Statements such as, "I believe in the journey of life," or "everything is happening for my benefit," can assist in reshaping our subconscious minds and forming new, more uplifting thought patterns. Choose affirmations that feel right for you and to say them often, especially when you start to feel worried. Letting go of worry takes time and is not something you do just once. Many of us have spent years, even decades, building the habit of worrying. Rebuilding our brains for trust and positivity requires time, patience, and regular practice. Take it easy on yourself during this journey and remember to appreciate the little successes as you go. A good way to build trust is to think about times in the past when things turned out well, even if you were concerned they wouldn't. Write down your experiences in a journal and look back at it when you start to feel overwhelmed with worry. This practice shows that life can happen in unexpected ways, often leading to positive outcomes. Another effective practice is to develop a feeling of letting go. This doesn't mean you should give up or be inactive. It simply means recognizing that there are many aspects of life we can't control. By accepting this reality, we let Go of the weight of trying to control everything. We can concentrate on what we can change, believing that everything else will happen as it needs to. Lesson 12. Going with the flow of life as we go. Through life, we often face times of difficulty, challenge, and annoyance. These experiences can make us feel separate and not in tune with the world around us. There is a way of being that helps us go through life more smoothly and gracefully, called flow. Being in flow means noticing and accepting the natural rhythms and patterns around us and learning to move with them instead of fighting against them. The idea of flow has been around for a while. Old philosophies and spiritual practices have often highlighted how important it is to be in harmony with the natural order of life. Today, psychologists and researchers have looked into this state. They describe it as a mental condition where a person is completely engaged in an activity, feeling focused, involved, and enjoying what they are doing. When we go with the flow of life, everything feels easy and things just seem to fall into place. Everything feels like it aligns easily, and we experience a strong bond with ourselves, other people, and our surroundings. It feels like we're being moved along by a soft flow instead of struggling against the waves. Noticing when we're in sync can help us deal with life's challenges and chances more effectively. When we are in flow, we can forget about time, feel clear and purposeful, and enjoy a strong sense of satisfaction in our activities. We might notice that chances come our way more often and that we can deal with difficulties more smoothly and with strength. But alignment is not something that stays the same all the time. Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes we may feel a bit off balance. Notice these moments and have the tools to help us get back on track. Mindfulness is one of the best ways to stay in tune with what is truly good for you. When we focus on the present moment, we can notice the small signs and guidance that life gives us. This can show up as a gut feeling, a random meeting, or a quick realization. When we notice these signals, we can choose options that better match who we really are and what is best for us. It's helpful to take time to check in with yourself regularly. Try asking yourself questions such as, does this feel right? Am I pushing things or letting them happen naturally? What is my gut feeling telling me? By having this conversation with yourself, you can better notice when you're in sync and when you're not. Alignment doesn't guarantee that everything will always be easy or perfect. Sometimes the way to our best outcome might involve facing tough situations. We handle these challenges in different ways. When we are in sync, we can see challenges as chances to grow and learn instead of seeing them as problems or setbacks. Activities like meditation, yoga, or being in nature can help us reconnect with life's natural rhythms and restore our balance. These activities help us calm our busy thoughts and connect with the deeper aspects of life. Another important part of going with the flow of life is learning to trust and let go. This doesn't mean we should be inactive or stop pursuing our goals. It's about understanding that we belong to something bigger than ourselves, and that often the best thing to do is to let things happen on their own instead of trying to make things go a certain way. When we practice going with the flow of life, we might notice that how we see time and progress changes. Rather than viewing life as a straight path to set goals, we start to understand the repeating patterns of growth and change. We know that life has different seasons like nature, and each phase has its own meaning and charm. Going with the flow of life doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It's something you do regularly. And just like anything else, it requires time and patience to get better at it. Some days you will feel perfectly in tune, while other days you may feel a bit off. Go through this journey with kindness and an open mind, believing that everything is happening for your benefit. As you keep working on this connection, you might notice that life feels fuller, more significant, and happier. You will gain more trust in life, realizing that you are always being led to what is best for you. When you are in this state of alignment, you will find that everything is just fine. Lesson 13. Welcoming change as a driver for improvement. Change is a natural part of life, but people often resist it and feel afraid. We hold on to what we know even if it doesn't help us anymore, just because it feels secure. What if we could change how we think and view change as a strong force for growth and transformation instead of a threat? Change is the one thing that always stays the same in life. Change is happening all the time, from the changing Seasons to the new technology we see around us, our bodies are always renewing themselves with cells dying and being replaced all the time. Our thoughts and feelings are always changing when we go. Against this natural flow, we make things harder for ourselves rather than resisting change. We can choose to accept it as a chance to grow. Every change, no matter its size or nature, offers the chance for new experiences, insights, and personal growth. Change helps us find our strength, creativity, and ability to adjust. A caterpillar changes into a butterfly. The caterpillar accepts its change. It goes along with the process, believing in the guidance of nature inside the cocoon. It fully breaks apart before transforming into a lovely butterfly. This process represents how we grow and change in our own lives. One big reason we are afraid of change is because of the uncertainty that comes with it. We tend to stick to what we know because it feels comfortable, even if it's not the best choice. It's essential to growth, and comfort usually don't go hand in hand. By stepping out of our comfort zone, we can grow our abilities and learn more about ourselves. In the world, to deal with the fear of the unknown, we can begin by changing how we look at it. Rather than concentrating on what we could lose from change, we can look at what we could gain. Every change offers new chances, experiences, and lessons. When we embrace a growth mindset, we can face change with curiosity and openness instead of fear and resistance. One more way to accept change is to develop flexibility and adaptability. Just like a tree that sways with the wind, instead of breaking, we can adapt to change instead of fighting against it. This doesn't mean just accepting everything that happens, but instead learning to respond to change with strength and poised mindfulness. Practices can be very useful in this process. When we stay aware and focused, we can notice how we react to change without becoming overwhelmed by it. We can see our fears and worries without allowing them to take charge of us. This understanding helps us choose how to respond to change instead of just reacting out of fear or habit. Change takes time. It's usually a slow process that happens over time. We can make big changes feel easier by dividing them into smaller, manageable steps. Recognizing small wins as we go can keep us motivated and boost our confidence in handling change. A great way to handle change is to view it as a chance to learn more about yourself. Every change we face gives us a chance to learn more about who we are, what we're good at, what we believe in, and how strong we can be when we look at change. This way, we can use it to help us grow and improve ourselves. Change doesn't always come from outside forces. We can start making positive changes in our lives by looking for new experiences, pushing ourselves, and leaving our comfort zones. We can use the power of change to build the life we want. When we start to accept change, we might discover that life gets more interesting and satisfying. We grow stronger, more flexible, and more receptive to the many opportunities that life presents. We begin to believe in our ability to deal with anything that happens, understanding that every change is a chance to grow and improve. Ultimately, accept change as a way to grow means having faith in life's journey. It's about trusting that everything is happening for our benefit, even when we don't see the whole situation. By building trust and being open to change, we connect with the natural flow of life, which helps us grow, evolve, and thrive in ways we may not have thought possible. Lesson 14. Getting past barriers to trust and positivity. As we move forward in believing that everything is for our best, we will face challenges along the way. These challenges can appear in different ways, including our own strong limiting beliefs and the doubts and negativity we may face from others. Even when we've made good progress in developing a positive mindset, we might still encounter long-lasting challenges that test our belief and determination. See these challenges as chances to grow and build our trust in how life unfolds. One major obstacle we encounter is our own limiting beliefs. These are thoughts and attitudes that we have built over time, influenced by our experiences, upbringing, and society. They can show up as thoughts such as "I'm not good enough," "bad things always happen to me," or "I don't deserve happiness." These beliefs can be strong obstacles, making it hard for us to keep a positive attitude and believe that life can be Good to start overcoming these limiting beliefs, you need to recognize them. Notice what you tell yourself, especially when things get tough. If you find yourself self-thinking negatively, take a moment to stop and ask yourself if that thought is true. Is it a fact, or is it something you've assumed over time after? You find your limiting beliefs, you should challenge and change them. This process takes time and effort, as these beliefs didn't develop quickly and won't go away right away. Begin by changing negative self-talk to more positive and uplifting statements. If you catch yourself thinking, "I always mess things up," try changing it to, "I'm learning and growing from my experiences." With regular practice, these new ways of thinking will start to feel more natural and will take the place of the old limiting beliefs. Sometimes we encounter doubt and negativity from people around us while we try to keep a positive attitude and believe that things are going well for us. We might face doubt or pushback from friends, family, or coworkers. Some people may consider our viewpoint to be overly simple or impractical. Their doubts usually come from their own fears, uncertainties, and past experiences. It's normal to seek support and understanding from others, but we also need to stay true to our own beliefs and path to handle outside negativity. Establish clear limits. It's not necessary to persuade everyone to see things your way, and you shouldn't make in their negativity. Be kind to those who are doubtful, knowing they might not be ready to see things in a more positive way. Look for people who share your goals and will cheer you on as you move forward. Being around positive people can boost your confidence in how life works and protect you from negativity from the outside. One of the tough challenges we encounter is keeping our faith during long times of struggle. During tough times, or when facing many challenges, it can be easy to lose faith that things are ultimately going to turn out well. For us, growing and changing usually take time and effort. Like a butterfly breaking free from its chrysalis, our challenges help us grow and get ready for bigger things in tough times. It's helpful to think back on moments when challenges turned into good results. Writing down these experiences can serve as a clear reminder that life often unfolds in surprising ways. Also, keeping a gratitude practice can help you focus on what's going well, even in little ways, instead of what's going wrong. This means not ignoring your struggles, but instead finding balance and perspective while dealing with them. Be kind to yourself when times are tough. Trust means believing in the journey of life, even when some moments are tough. Rather than always staying positive, let yourself experience your emotions completely, whether it's frustration, sadness, or anger. Recognizing and dealing with these feelings is an important step in overcoming challenges and emerging stronger afterward. Building trust and staying positive takes time and effort. It's not about being perfectly optimistic all the time, but about building resilience, understanding yourself, and being able to regain trust after experiencing doubt. Every time you encounter and get past a challenge, you strengthen your belief that everything is going well for your best interest. You are showing yourself that you have the strength and knowledge to handle life's difficulties while keeping trust in the bigger picture. As you move forward, take a moment to appreciate your achievements, even if they feel minor. Each time you pick trust instead of fear and positivity instead of negativity. Instead of negativity, you're not just getting past challenges, you're turning them into steps that lead to a happier, calmer, and more meaningful life. Lesson 15. Living your best life. Living your best life shows that you trust the journey of life and believe that everything is happening for your benefit. It's about making sure your actions, thoughts, and choices match the idea that you are part of a bigger plan, one that is always leading you to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. This chapter looks at how to apply this principle in your everyday life, helping you make choices that align with your core values and greatest goals. To achieve your best life, you need to develop a strong understanding of yourself. This means taking time to look at your thoughts, feelings, and reasons for doing things on a regular basis. Consider this: do my actions match my core values? Am I deciding out of fear or love? Am I living in a way that reflects who I really am and helps others? These questions can help you make choices that align with what is best for you. A straightforward way to connect with your best self is by making decisions mindfully when you have a choice, whether It's big or small, take a moment to stop and listen to your inner wisdom. Take a moment to think about the bigger picture before you act or fall back on your UAL ways of doing things. How will this decision impact you and the people around you? Does it help you grow and support the well-being of others? When you make decisions with this awareness, you're more likely to choose what is best for you. Another important part of living your best life is being true to yourself. This means being brave enough to be yourself even when it's hard or not what others expect. It's about recognizing your special talents, interests, and goals and letting them lead you on your journey in life. Living authentically benefits you and encourages others to follow suit. Your true self shines brightly, demonstrating to others what can happen when we connect with who we really are. Living your best life also means developing a sense of responsibility and helping others. Your actions can affect others in ways you might not see right away. When you choose to be kind, caring, and honest, you help make the world a better place for everyone. This doesn't mean putting your own well-being aside for others. Instead, it highlights that your own good is closely linked to the well-being of everyone. When you make choices this way, you're going with the natural flow of life and bringing more positivity and abundance into your experience. Living your best life isn't about being perfect. It's a path of ongoing growth and learning. Sometimes you might not meet expectations or you could mess up, and that's perfectly fine. Treat yourself kindly during these times and view them as chances to improve. Every challenge or setback is an opportunity to get back on track, to learn, and to grow. Being grateful is a strong way to improve your life. When you take time to notice and be thankful for the good things in your life, you show that you believe in the universe and make room for even more positive experiences. Being thankful helps you see what you have instead of what you don't, making it easier to notice how life is always supporting you. When you decide to focus on your best self, you might notice that your priorities and goals change on their own. What used to feel important might not matter as much anymore, and new goals that connect with your true purpose could start to appear. Welcome these changes as proof that you are growing and evolving. Believe that as you connect more with what is best for you, life will lead you to experiences and chances that help you reach your full potential. Living your best life is an ongoing journey of finding balance and improving yourself. It takes time, kindness to yourself, and a readiness to believe in how life develops as you go through this journey. Remember that everything is happening for your best benefit. This trust will help you feel brave enough to make choices that reflect who you really are and benefit everyone around you. When you regularly match what you do with what you believe, make choices based on trust, and build a life that shows your most important values, you help yourself and also support the growth of everyone around you. Your dedication to this lifestyle can create a strong impact for good, encouraging others and spreading positivity throughout the world. Final lesson: all is well. As we finish our journey into the idea that all is well, take a moment to think about how much you've achieved in these 15 lessons. You've learned that real peace isn't about controlling everything in life, but about trusting in the way life unfolds holds perfectly. This journey has taught you that every experience, whether tough or happy, helps you grow and is for your benefit. We started by realizing that all is well is not just a comforting saying. It's a deep truth that can change how you live your life. You've realized that everything is going well for you even when things seem tough. Every lesson has added to this base, teaching you how to accept change, tackle challenges, and keep trust in the journey of life. The ideas and tips in this book give you the tools to live with more trust and purpose. You've learned to release worry, appreciate the present moment, and see change as an opportunity for growth. You've discovered that challenges are not obstacles, but chances for success that can lead to your biggest accomplishments. This journey of trust continues. Some days having faith feels easy, while on other days it takes a bit of work to keep that mindset. This is completely normal and a part of growing. What's important is not being perfect, but your dedication to remembering this truth. Everything is okay, and everything is happening for your good as you continue from these pages. Remember that you are always backed by a kind universe. Use this knowledge to help you face challenges confidently, welcome change positively, and live true to yourself. Every moment, every interaction, and every experience, regardless of how it looks, is thoughtfully arranged for your growth and well-being. Keep practicing mindfulness. Being thankful and having faith in the process, let these become more than just actions, let them be a part of who we are. Go with the flow of life instead of fighting it, as resistance only leads to extra challenges. Believe that when one door shuts, better ones are opening, and when one path ends, new directions are showing up. Keep in mind that you are not alone on this journey. Everyone you meet is on their own journey of learning and development. When you live with trust and alignment, you shine as a source of hope and inspiration for those around you. Your calmness brings them calmness. Your belief inspires their belief, and together we build a more peaceful world. Move ahead with confidence, grace, and a strong belief in how your life is meant to unfold in every moment and situation. Keep in mind this important truth: all is well, and everything is going in a positive direction for you.